Hey, it's Kayla, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another special effects look. I saw this one by this creator. I don't remember the name like right now, but I'm going to put the thing here. I really like that idea because how she goes around. We're going to make it look like our face is cut out. Should be fairly simple, more like beginner friendly. So if you want to try that out, keep watching. Taking the Q-tip like before, I'm going to just put this on and I'm going to try to avoid my eyebrows. So the premise is like we're making like a double circle. So I don't know how well this is gonna work. To make sure my hair is back, because we're gonna do outer line. This might be in my hairline. We're gonna do an outer line here. I'm just gonna draw it to just get the gist. I'm gonna go down on my chin. I offhand cannot remember. I think she might have done that in the person might have done that in the video. I'm just doing this so we can see like where we're doing it. Just gonna have to like accept that I'm gonna get my hair stuck in it a little bit. Because my hair is like impossible right here. I also lost my eyelash last night when I filmed and it was in my hair. So apparently I missed it with the brush. Good thing I didn't straighten it. I'm gonna start with the inner one now. I think we'll be good on the eyebrow part. I'm just gonna like go right next to it and hope I don't catch it. I'm doing it a little messier on accident, but it's still really easy to do this if you're not used to working with latex. So this is gonna be like my basic outline and then we'll start building it up. So there's like our rough outline. This one's a little harder to see now. But I'm just going to keep going around and we're going to build this up. We're going to have like two pieces almost like it's peeling, if that makes sense. And then we're going to put... I'm just trying to glob it on because it kind of makes it easier to build up then. I was originally going to do this in the shape of a heart, but I figured I should probably just do it the way that the original person did it because it's not Valentine's Day or anything. Plus then it would be weird because then I'd have to like block my eyebrows out and then it wouldn't look right. I don't know. I think this way looked really cool. I'm going to let this dry and then we'll add more. I think I'm only going to keep building up the outer one, maybe? Because I want the inner one to, like, connect to the face. So maybe I'll even, like, do a little bit of this really quick. Just one layer. Trying to blend it in. And then... Not that it's super thick, but... I'm going to have to, like, skip around the eyebrow, though. Because that part is too close. I will definitely be losing an eyebrow then. Or the end of it at least. So I'm just gonna build it up like one or two more layers maybe. It's looking pretty good. Let it dry, maybe I'll do another layer or two and then we'll stitch it up. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. And I'm gonna go in with some concealer and I'm gonna do like a little bit of bronzer maybe. And just to save time, I'll be right back. I'm moisturized and primed already. Now we're going to play around with some colors to try to like color correct this a little bit. I'm using e.l.f.'s 18 Hit Wonders palette. We're going to be going in with Heat and Royal. Just taking a little bit on my finger and I'm just going to start by rubbing it over. Very light, we're not going to like overdo it. Honestly, I could just do both at the same time here. Don't worry about getting it in between because we're going to fill it in with blood anyway. I also ate something before, so this looks a little funky underneath, but that's okay. I also ate something before, so this looks a little funky, but that's okay because it's not going to look perfect if it was real. Now I'm going to go in with the purple. This is Royal. And it's going to look rough for a minute, so just trust the process. Honestly, I probably should have went over it with concealer first, but that's okay. Honestly, I should just get a brush. I feel like it doesn't show up as well. I'm just going to play with this for a little bit, so I'm either going to speed this up or I'm just going to cut this out and I'll be back. You just want it to look kind of gross, like you don't want it to look like extremely red or purple, like you want it to blend together in the middle almost, like bruising, I guess. A little bit. Might be a bad idea, but I'm taking the shade Peachy right here and I'm going to be going over the spots with it heavily, loading it up on my brush. We'll see. We're just trying to make sure that it doesn't look so like yellow and not skin-like with this part right here. We want it to look a little bit closer to, at least for me, for my skin tone. Obviously you'd have to change it based on yours a little bit. Try to get it to match. There's a big brush in here. I don't want to use the big brush. I'm gonna just open it a tiny bit. I have this kind of brush right here. Any kind of brush you're using, make sure that you clean it right away or at least soak it because the blood can like stick. This one I had with too much. I left the blood too long on it. And it gets a little funky sometimes and you can't like clean it right. So we are just going to start globbing this in the middle here. I'm trying to be clean with it. Because my desk mat is like white and I don't want to drip it on there. So just be careful if you're trying not to stain anything, but honestly I might just take this out quick and set it down. That way I can just get right to the blood. We're going to keep it in between these two lines of latex that we had. It's okay if it's a little messy. Just totally a hair in there. This would be a pretty decent idea for a Halloween costume though, if you have the time to do it and you want to wear this. Because then you can like eat and stuff and talk, and it's not one of those kind of ones where it covers your whole mouth. Or that like the design is dependent on your mouth. Like not moving, or like you have a lipstick design or something. I'm going to take the brush now and take a little bit on, and I'm kind of just going to go like a zigzag almost to try to make it look a little messier so it's not so like clean cut. So I'm just going to go like this. We're going to drip this, but very carefully so it doesn't keep running down. I want it to drip right here because it's already kind of doing that. I think that's good. I don't want to overdo it. I always tend to overdo it with the fake blood. So we are going to scrape this off, put this away so it doesn't dry out, because you don't want it to dry out. It's really hard to open then. And if you don't want to like take it right out of the bottle because you're using it for multiple people, you can always like put it on like a paper plate or something. Just don't use anything that you want to keep that you don't want to ruin or anything. I only have like brown yarn and white yarn, so we're going to use brown yarn. I cut up a bunch of like little snibbles, and I want to see if I can just like press them over the blood to start and see what happens. Like, will it keep it on, or do I need to get the latex? I cut different sizes too, so like for this part I could do one like this. I think I cut some of them a little too long. I also just double checked and I realized that the person used cotton balls, but we're already too far along. I'm not gonna try to change it now. And I want to make one an X, so I'm just gonna cut one of these smaller ones in half. And then just like piece the X together. Maybe that didn't work the way I thought it was going to. My yarn just came apart. That part there. And cut another one. We'll put this one right here. I guess. I feel like it doesn't look right. I'm just gonna keep adding these in really quick. Keeping some still longer than the others. I might leave it like that. But it's something that like is doable, and then also you can just like stick these on. You don't have to play with the latex to glue them down. So here is the final look. I think it's pretty neat. I like it. I think I would wear this if I had like a Halloween party and I wanted to do something like a stitched face like this, but not like the time-consuming one. I think it's pretty neat on it. I think it's pretty neat on its own. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would try this. Let me know if you want to try this with the cotton balls instead. I will have the name of the artist that made this design originally that I referenced before in the description below. Okay, so originally I was going to end it here and I was like, it looks good. I looked at it closer and I know what the problem is. So I'm going to take these off and it shouldn't really affect it much. I might have to go back over the blood a little bit. What we're going to do is you're going to take your yarn or thread, and instead of having like the really chunky piece of yarn, we are going to pull it apart. So there's all these little threads. Maybe that piece was too long because I think I just knotted it. But you get the gist. We're going to pull it apart so we have smaller pieces like this. We're going to use these to make our lines. So 1 second. Okay, now I'm just going to go back over really quickly with blood to fix this. Any weird spots that look like I need to go over them. I'm just going to like line the whole thing really quick. Not that much. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's like it never happened at all. I'm going to take this, I'm going to pull the rest of this apart. So we have like 1 or 2 of these to work with. And then I'm just going to start, I want to see if I can just keep it one piece almost. So like if I start here, kind of do what she did in the video. I don't know if it's going to get super messy though. That might not work. As I keep it within the blood here. It's not really making it look like stitches though. Kind of just looping it. Let me cut that off. So I got blood again. I'm going to take smaller pieces and try to piece them on myself. Like that. And I have a makeup wipe on the side here to help with cleanup. Looks a lot better than before. It would probably look better if you used a different color. I just only have brown right now, so that's what I gotta work with. This is pretty much it then. It looks a lot better this way than the other one with the thicker yarn. You could do it however you want though. You could add thicker ones, more string than I did. You could paint them on if you wanted to probably, just be very messy with the blood, but here's the final look. Now actually the final look. We're not going to change it again. So let me know what you think. I like how this turned out. I like it a lot better with the smaller ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.